When most people think of Italy, they picture this: the Colosseum, the Pantheon, the Trevi Fountain. It's a whirlwind of history and beauty, but let's be honest, it's also a whirlwind of people. Thousands and thousands of them. But what if the most authentic, most breathtaking parts of ancient Italy aren't there at all? What if the real story of this country isn't found in its magnificent, but incredibly crowded capital? When most people think of Italy, they picture this: the Colosseum, the Pantheon, the Trevi Fountain. It's a whirlwind of history and beauty, but let's be honest, it's also a whirlwind of people. Thousands and thousands of them. But what if the most authentic, most breathtaking parts of ancient Italy aren't there at all? What if the real story of this country isn't found in its magnificent, but incredibly crowded capital? I'm going to make a bold claim: Italy's hidden gems are better than Rome. And in this video, I'm going to prove it. For years, I've been hunting for what I call the real Italy, the places that feel untouched, where history whispers instead of shouts. And I think I've finally found them. So join me as we explore ancient theaters and haunting cave dwellings that offer a deeper, more genuine experience than any packed city ever could. Look, let's get one thing straight. Rome is incredible. It's the eternal city for a reason. A living museum overflowing with art, architecture, and history. I absolutely love Rome. But visiting today can feel less like a vacation and more like a chore. It's a checklist of sites you have to tick off while battling a sea of selfie sticks. You're standing in the shadow of the Colosseum, a place with such profound history. But it's tough to feel that weight when you're being jostled and rushed. That's tourist fatigue, and it's a real thing. You show up looking for a connection, and you just find chaos. And with 2025's Jubilee expected to bring an estimated 35 million visitors into the city, that feeling is only going to get worse. Experts are already warning that finding a place to stay will be a challenge, and the city will be struggling with record-breaking crowds. The magic of Italy, the La Dolce Vita everyone dreams of, isn't about being crammed shoulder to shoulder. It's about quiet moments, discovering a tiny family-run trattoria, and connecting with a culture that feels genuine and unhurried. It's about finding history you can breathe, not just look at from behind a velvet rope. So, where do you find that Italy? To start, we're heading south. Our journey begins on the island of Sicily, in a stunning hilltop town called Taormina. While Rome has that constant, buzzing urban energy, Taormina offers a different kind of vibe. It's more laid back, with some of the most beautiful coastal scenery you will ever see. Now, Rome has the Colosseum. It's an icon, no doubt. But Taormina has the Teatro Antico, an ancient Greco-Roman theater. And what makes this place so magical isn't just its age, it's the view. Carved right into the hillside, the stone seats look out over the glittering Ionian Sea, with the majestic smoking peak of Mount Etna looming in the distance. Can you just imagine watching a play here 2,000 years ago? The drama on stage had to compete with the sheer drama of nature right behind it. That's an experience you just can't get in Rome. Unlike the incredible but landlocked ruins in the capital, here, history is tangled up with the landscape. You can feel both the Greek and Roman souls of this place. And while it's a popular spot, it doesn't have that overwhelming crush of Rome, so you can actually find a quiet corner and just take it all in. Beyond the theater, Taormina is a maze of charming medieval streets, beautiful piazzas, and little shops. You can hop on a cable car and ride down the cliff to the pebbled beaches of Isola Bella, a tiny island that's also a nature reserve. The experience here isn't just about ancient history. It's about seeing how that history lives right alongside modern Sicilian culture. The food is the perfect example. It uses traditional Italian flavors, but with a unique island twist. It's a taste that is deeply connected to this specific place, not something designed to please a million tourists. If you're already dreaming about ditching the crowds and finding your own slice of authentic Italy, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. We have so much more to show you, and trust me, our next stop is one of the most unique places on the entire planet. Ancient history in Italy isn't just about grand theaters and emperors' palaces. It's also about how everyday people lived, day after day, for thousands of years. For that story, we have to go to a place that is truly, breathtakingly different. Matera. Tucked away in the southern region of Basilicata, Matera is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. It's a city carved directly out of rock. They're called the Sassi di Matera, a whole district of cave dwellings honeycombed into the sides of a deep ravine. When you first see it, it almost doesn't look real. It feels like you've stepped onto another planet, or deep into the past. And Matera's past is what makes it so powerful, so much more profound than a simple tour of Roman ruins. For centuries, this was a place of extreme poverty. As recently as the 1950s, people were living in these caves without electricity or running water. Conditions were so bad that Matera became known as the shame of Italy, and the government had to forcibly relocate the entire population. For decades, the Sassi were a ghost town, completely abandoned. But then, a slow rebirth began. People started recognizing the strange beauty and historical power of what was left behind. Today, Matera is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a symbol of resilience. The caves have been transformed into stunning minimalist hotels, restaurants, and museums. Walking through Matera is an experience that sticks with you. You're not just looking at history from a distance, you are literally inside of it. You can sleep in a cave that was home to people for thousands of years. You can wander through ancient churches carved from the rock, with 12th century frescoes still on the walls. This place gives you a connection to the raw, unfiltered reality of human survival and ingenuity that the polished ruins of Rome just can't match. It's a story of struggle, shame, and finally, redemption, written in stone. This whole idea of authenticity goes way beyond historical sites. It's woven into the fabric of daily life. In places like Taormina and Matera, and countless other small towns, you find the real Italy that so many of us are searching for. Instead of restaurants with tourist menus in 5 different languages, you find a local trattoria, where Nonna is still in the kitchen making pasta by hand. You find local markets where you can taste cheese and wine from the person who made it. Down in regions like Puglia, you can take a cooking class and learn to make orecchiette from someone whose family has been making it that way for generations. That's how you truly connect with a culture. It's the difference between being a spectator and being a participant. In the big cities, you're often just watching Italian culture happen around you. In these smaller, hidden gems, you're invited to be part of it. You're not just another tourist in the crowd, you're treated like a guest. And that changes everything. It becomes an experience that's less about what you see and more about how you feel. It is, in a word, real. So, is Rome still worth visiting? Of course, it's an essential monumental piece of our shared human history. But is it the best ancient experience Italy has to offer? After journeys like this, I really don't think so. The real magic, the deep, resonant soul of ancient Italy, lies off the beaten path. It's in the drama of a Greek theater overlooking a volcano in Sicily. It's in the haunting, humbling beauty of a cave city that has witnessed millennia of human life. The best journey isn't just about seeing history, it's about feeling it. And that feeling is waiting for you, far from the crowds. What do you think? Is there a hidden gem in Italy that you love more than Rome? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. Thanks for watching.